Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're going to talk about Todd Howard and Bethesda, because yesterday on the Xbox Extended Showcase, Todd Howard just comes out and casually announces Fallout 5, and he says, yeah, we have a one-pager for Fallout 5, but it's far away from actually being in full production. So on that part, yeah, Fallout 5 has been confirmed. Now, he didn't specify exactly if Fallout 5 is going to be the next game after the Elder Scrolls 6, but it's kind of fair to assume that it's going to be the title after Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, it's just only logical they do it that way. So, I mean, as soon as that happened, you had people going around crazy saying like, oh, when is the release date going to be? When are we going to learn something more? Honestly, this is still in very early concept phase. I mean, when you think about like one pager, that's nothing. That's basically, okay, we have an idea of the next Fallout game. We know where it's going to be set. We have a general outline, and that's about it. So if we're gonna be talking about the release date of Fallout 5, I mean, let's first wait for the Elder Scrolls 6 to come out, and then we're gonna talk about Fallout 5. Heck, let's wait for Starfield to come out first, and then we're going to talk about Fallout 5, because all of that is just far away in the distance. So I'm actually surprised that Todd announced it this way, but at the same time, you know, they did the same thing with the Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, when they showed that teaser trailer, and then years after that we got nothing. There was nothing at all regarding this game. So honestly, I'm kind of against announcing games this early, but at the same time, I mean, it was kind of logical they're gonna be working on the next Fallout game, because, you know, with the Elder Scrolls, Fallout is their, you know, one of the biggest IPs they own, and that's something which sells. I mean, hate it, love it, Fallout 4 sold like hotcakes. And at the same time, you have a very vibrant modding community, which you know is gonna be very active when Fallout comes out. And that's going to be the same thing with Starfield, obviously. But, I mean, generally, when it comes to Fallout, I mean, a lot of people didn't like Fallout 4. I enjoyed it. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't, you know, the best Fallout game by a long shot, but for me personally, it was a very enjoyable game to play through. And, I mean, like, people already started going like, where is the next Fallout going to be set? Is it going to be Europe? I don't think it's going to be Europe. It's still going to be in US, but which city or which state they're gonna be choosing, I mean, that's just too early to talk about right now. And especially now that Bethesda is under Microsoft, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this develops and how much it changes later, especially when it comes to the engine standpoint of their games, because Starfield is going to be using Creation Engine. The next Elder Scrolls is going to be, I think, I might be wrong on this, but they're going to be using Creation Engine, but the upgraded and the updated version of that engine, because an engine itself is a part of just many things you can replace. So an engine is not like one thing, it's just a combination of many mechanics and just different solutions that are being used for games that the engine is specifically made to work in. So on that front, I mean, I hope they do, because Creation Engine did it just did enough. It's great for modding, but at the same time, it's a little bit complicated to develop games in, and there's been multiple instances before where developers said like, we don't really like this engine at all. So at the same time, I of course wish for them to upgrade this as much as they can for their, you know, Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5, which is, I'm sure, something they're going to do, because on one part you actually see like you can upgrade Creation Engine like to the point they have right now, but you're still going to know it's Creation Engine. There's still going to be some areas, or especially like in the distance, how they handle like detail in the distance, you're absolutely going to know that this is a Creation Engine. Heck, when you look at a few screenshots, a few stills from like the new Starfield trailer, it looks like a Creation Engine. The terrain and everything reminds you of like previous titles they have done. But again, all of this is just too far away to talk about right now, and obviously I'm excited for it, but we're gonna grow old when the next Fallout game comes out. Many of you are going to finish your high schools and colleges and universities. But let's talk about Starfield now. So there's a few details we have to talk about. First off is that there is no seamless travel from space to planets, and what does that mean? So once you approach a planet, there is going to be a cutscene, you're gonna enter the atmosphere and you're going to land, I think, or at least they will maybe place you in the air on that planet, and then you can travel a bit and then land your aircraft or spacecraft. But at the same time, you're not going to have seamless travel like you have in No Man's Sky or that Star Citizen game, where you actually go fly into the planet and there is no loading screen whatsoever, or at least there is no Bethesda loading screen. So on that front, there is no seamless travel. It sucks, but at the same time, that's creation engine for you, because Bethesda's games are divided into cells. Every time you enter a building and there's like a loading screen, that's a cell. Open world part of, let's say Skyrim or Oblivion, that's another cell. So it's not really open world like you got used to from some other games. So yeah, that's on that front. It has over 200k lines of dialogue. That's a lot of dialogue, but expected because they said this is their biggest game yet. Main quest is going to be 20% bigger than past games, so 30 to 40 hours. Okay. There's gonna be 4 major cities, and that's interesting because there's going to be 1,000 planets. But the New Atlantis is Bethesda's biggest city yet, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Also, it has more handcrafted content than any other Bethesda game. Again, understandable looking at the size of the game. Now, regarding seamless travel, Todd Howard actually explained this. If you try to really spend a lot of time engineering the in-between, like that segue, I guess, you're just spending a lot of time on something that's just really not that important to the player. Howard reasoned. So let's make sure it's awesome when you're on the surface and awesome when you're in space, and those realities look and play as good as they can be. So yeah, this basically explains that on the engine side, I mean, it probably didn't work as well, and they just, decided to go this way. So it kind of sucks. I mean, it definitely sucks that we don't have seamless travel. It would be cool to have like one open space, but at the same time, look, if this is okay and fun, and if it provides a good mechanics overall when you're on the planet and when you're outside of the planet flying and fighting those guys, it's gonna be okay. But at the end of the day, we shall see once this game comes out. And look, this is pretty much everything I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow I'll have some either Witcher or Cyberpunk stuff, depends what is going to be covering tomorrow, because I want to see some of the other projects I've been working on. But at the same time, thank you so much for watching this, and tell me down below what do you think about all of this. And if you enjoyed the video, smash that like and subscribe button for more. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.